And we are back with Metroid Fusion. We beat Super Metroid in our last session, so, keep moving on in order. Rather than try to explain, we're just going to let the game explain itself. Because all we really need to know is, last game, we annihilated, at least so we thought, the last Metroid. And it left some cool stuff with Samus. And the planet Zebes was destroyed. Not just, badly damaged, just fucking annihilated. It exists as space dust only now. And yeah, anything else I say will just confuse what the game's going to say. So let's get started. Got some messages while we were out for lunch. The 360 is where I got my soldering skills sharpened. Had a few Frankenstein 360s. And oh hey, Pornbot. Good to see we got officiated while I was out. Yeah, Carnivorous Giraffe, if you're still there, I understand. Like, would you believe that I only had one 360 go sour for me over my whole lifetime? Just one, and it was the only one I bought. Other people, like my friend Winters, he was on like his 7th. It was crazy. I've been assigned to watch over Biologics' research team. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388, which is the planet from Metroid 2. Where we eliminated every Metroid except the baby. Oh shit, that shouldn't be. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. Shit! Hope you had a nice lunch. I've just witnessed a Mancubus trip and fall into a pit of lava after looking at him. He knew what was coming, he just didn't want to face it. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics' vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. You hear that, Other M? The suit is not magical girl bullshit. It is a material thing. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, which doesn't happen with magical girl armor, Other M. Dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then, someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. Now, the game's not explaining it, but why they would need to do this is because the Metroid was the only actual predator of the X on SR-388. So, when Samus wiped them all out in Metroid 2, that kind of fucked up the ecosystem, and the X ran riot. It seems the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. That? Fusion? She's fusing with the Metroid? That's in the title! The X-Parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. As for me, one life ended. Yet I survived, reborn, as something different. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. Referencing the fight from the end of Super Metroid where it came in to regenerate you before Mother Brain killed you, but then ended up killing the baby, and then you whooped the planet, and here we are. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL research station, during my surgery. The research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I'm being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt computerized commanding officer is something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I've found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other commanding officer. This is the game we first learn of her commanding officer, so no, you haven't missed anything yet. There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-Parasites. Yeah, because the suit's a material thing, other M. Fucking game. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Now go to the quarantine bay. Already you might notice this is a bit different of a flow than Super Metroid, which dumped you off and it's like, here you go. Figure it out. Here we get a little bit more instruction, and we can't as freely go around through sectors. Like, the door usually locks behind you and then you're there for a set amount of time and then you go back. It's not until like end game that you get that planetary openness that Super Metroid mostly starts with, apart from, you know, the item gated stuff. Oh, I'm blocking my energy. I just have to move myself here. Nope, that's not the right thing. Woo, there we go. There, now we're out of the way. I see the levels are a bit lower than I'd like. 1 second. There, that should be much better. Okay. Too bad the thing can't just have a universal volume setting for every single game on it, you know? Wouldn't that be great? Oh, that might be even too loud. I'll be keeping an eye on that as we go. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. Oh, mantling. Oh, yeah. I love me my mantling. I felt naked when I started without it in Zero Mission, having to get it as the power grip. Absolute game changer in navigation. still too loud. We're learning. Bear with us. Haven't streamed this game before. Whoop. Wait. No. Aha. Aha. Are you really like that? Alright, fine. We can deal with that. Yeah, this must just be a dead end. It's obviously been a hot minute since I played this one last. Right. Wait a minute. I'm missing something. Something obvious. We don't have the morph ball yet. We can't slide kick. Alright, whatever. Obviously something got out. Where is that encounter that starts this whole thing? Guess it has to be further back. Of course not. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X-Parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one of the gelatinous X-Parasites. Invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X-infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems the Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly, and so well. But it has also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by the X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X-Parasites without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. You may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X-Parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many species, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting a massive biosign in the region. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Now get along. Get going. I have released the lock on level 0 hatches. Look for blinking hatches. Yeah, it's just a tiny bit more linear than Super Metroid. Literal plot armor. Yeah, basically. And narratively, now she's like a genetic soup, because when she was young, she had Chozo gene therapy. So she's got Chozo DNA. And now Metroid DNA. She's just a beast. Wait, right, we can't go that other way till we get the morph ball. That's the thing. Can't we wait to start getting things to blow those apart? I have received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use the missiles. This will help against the enemies your beam can't hurt. Head to the data room for the download. The data room is here. Is your objective clear? With the missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20%. least we don't have to get the long beam. Not clear on that. Pardon me. That computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CO I served under named Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions, and anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Nothing really to recharge. I mean, always a good reason to save. Data room is just ahead. I know. I suppose, you know, the door was open. I could have just kept running. Force of habit to just keep interacting with that thing. That's so much better than tapping select until you get to it. Being able to just toggle on and off like that, this is the way. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. It's located here. I'm reading huge biosigns, so I hope your missiles work. To reload missiles, you can use a recharge room, or absorb a special type of X-Parasite. You'll see them. Try it out. Is your objective clear? Missiles are your only hope. Don't hesitate to use them. Now find a way to the target. Wait, no, I can't get in there until I get the ball. I'm getting too ahead of myself. I have to get up here. And missile. And hit jump instead of fire. What a time when this originally came out. Felt amazing to get both this game and Metroid Prime at the same time. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Of course, it kind of feels like we're back to that now. Not that we received Dread at the same time as Metroid Prime 4, but I think they're close enough together that I think it counts. Dread is absolutely spectacular. It's exactly the game I would have wanted. And preferred over the idea of a remake of Super Metroid. I keep hearing that floated about. I can't even tell you how much I don't want that. remakes of the other two Prime games would be pretty great. I'd be open to giving Prime 2 and even Corruption another shot that way. Way to not mantle there. Oh, right. You're not one of the ones that have a specific point. I just have to hit you. But the later parasites do. Give it to me. Morph ball required. Press twice to morph. That's the other thing about Dread. It really shakes things up with the Morph Ball just being available so much later than you'd ever expect it to be. It's usually like the first thing you get. Right, we don't have bombs yet. Ah, well, fine. I guess it was worth it. Fun fact, in the game art of the Dark Ages, there was a Titan-sized Cyberdemon you needed to fight. What? What? Oh man, I want to fight that. But you know what? I want to fight that as Little Doom guy. I don't want to fight him in an Atlan. I want to fight the Cyberist of Demon. Hey, maybe that could be DLC. That'd be pretty fucking cool. I'd be very cool with that. No, you need super missiles. Samus, it's as I feared. The breeding environments have been invaded by X-Parasites. Sector 1 SRX shows several abnormalities on biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR-388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to the access shaft and use elevator 1. Is your objective clear? Use the navigation room inside for further briefing. I'm not sure, but I think whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. You don't say! Yep, pain, cold as pain while we're still mostly, well, not mostly, but we're part Metroid now, so we're vulnerable to cold. Alongside some more Cosmic Realm demons like a Mancubus on a bio-sledge looking moving tank, or a living ship with archers. Oh man, I gotta get that book. I gots to get that book. So that's a problem. Fully powered X-Samus just walking around wanton destruction. If anything, I gotta get the book to go with my other art ofs. And learn all the delicious, delicious lore. That's my favorite part about the art books. Reading all the extra lore that doesn't even make it into the codexes. The main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It will be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. I'll report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X and Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They're already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Is your objective clear? Now get moving. Damn right, save. I would definitely like to see more cosmic versions of the main cast, but you know, that's probably where the DLC is going to be leaning into, maybe. Oh no, you don't. There's a GameCube in that pile of junk. You can see it in the upper left corner of it. God, and I think like afterwards we got Zero Mission and Prime 2. Like, man, we were eating good for a while. Then Other M fucked everything up. Fucking right, I'll take that. Any boost I can get. I remember those things from Metroid 2. I like the idea of climbing with the arm cannon. That's just pretty great. Okay, we're not getting down there yet, that's for sure. Wasn't there a secret down there? I must be thinking of something else. Probably something in a future sector. Three units malfunctioning. saw the ads for that art book. I think it drops like very late this year or early next, something like that. At least that's when delivery happens. I suppose I did buy that premium version. I should have a digital version of that art book. Must have just gotten unlucky there. That other missile just went right through that guy. Yeah, that was good. Good waste of missiles. No. Or I guess yes. What is the point in this? There's probably what you call it, shootable thing here. Yeah. Come on, how about some missile ones? They're what I need the most. Seems to only be missiles on the first entry. That's fine, I can work with that. Jeez, how many do I have already? Hell yeah. Is 30 the top? Has to be. Haha! I've mimicked the statue! Ah, no, there's the ones with the specific area that you gotta hit. Charge ability recovered. Fuck yeah. Ha. like this is the last generator for the area. Excuse me. Oh, there's still one unit left. Okay. Guess I'm not counting correctly. Always a good time to save. No, we're already up here. Fine. We're already in here. No, there's this whole other place. Turns out maybe I should have gone here first. Oh well. There we go. And now it's time to go, because that lock isn't open yet. Yeah, that's all we can do. Man, I love this game. Yeah, man, me too, Brad. Maybe not as much as Super, but I do dig it. A lot. But then again, like I said, there's only one Metroid game that just... awful. Awful. And then there's that other one that's not really connected. In, what is that? Federation Force. Well, it's connected, but, you know, it's not what anyone actually wanted. But that soccer game that it came with, oh, it was not the game to offer when your last game was Other M. I appreciate the recharge rooms. I also super appreciate them being condensed into the save rooms when we get to Zero Mission. Like, that's just a nice quality of life. Atmospheric stabilizers online. Well, seems I'm getting a call. One sec. There we go. Sorry about the interruption, everybody. But many X have already made it into the other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, TRO, the tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it may be in TRO now. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Is your objective clear? Start moving. I'll brief you at the navigation room. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer too. No, no, no. Don't trust computers. Stop. Not a lot to this place. I have learned the identity of our mystery saboteur. Samus, it's an X mimicking you. I have named it the SAX. Yeah, we know. We saw that. I believe the SAX came from the capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. That explosion breached the capsules containing all the X that started this disaster. But the SAX is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SAX is mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. If you see the SAX, just run. Don't think about fighting. You are still very vulnerable to cold, an unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can also be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SAX is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says they have bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out of the SAX if it traps you. The data room is here, but it's sealed by a level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 locks. But per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow. So first, find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches. Then go to the data room and get the bomb data. Is your objective clear? Keep an eye out for the SAX. No, I think I'm just going to let it run up on me. Right, I need the ice beam to get over that. Or ice missiles, rather, since I can't actually integrate a beam in there while the Metroid DNA prevents my handling of cold. A lot of rampant plant life. I mean, it did say it was tropical. Yay, wall jump! It's not as infinite as the Super Metroid wall jump, though. Unfortunately. Yay! Level 1's undone! Fuck. Must be one of those rooms that has a point later. Somehow. I'm sure it does. Fuck away from me. Now give me the bombs, you suck chump. Surely that giant explosion was a good sign, right? It means good things, right? Well, that's always good. What about the other way? Oh, well, that's just as useful, frankly. You're not that safe room? Okay. One of them, there's a false wall that you can just roll through. Obviously, it wasn't that one. Come on now. You wouldn't be difficult to get at if there weren't something up here. Aha! Now, that I'm less sure how we get. Nope, can't grapple it. No, we're gonna have to come back for that one. High jump boots or something. Space jump if it gets too late, but we'll get it. Right, here I am waiting to fucking spring ball. Like this is still my end game file from Super Metroid. We get the spring ball, though. Get over there! Don't fall yet. We still got fucking secrets to find. Growing up, my buddy's dad sat he and I down for a bomb jump clinic. When we were kids, it was amazing. It was probably the single most helpful video game tip ever. It worked in so many subsequent Metroid games. Yeah, like that's one of those skills like wall jumping that if you can get a handle on it, you can do a lot more than you're supposed to be able to. And it's fun to do things like that, you know, break the game out of sequence. Is this really the only way? I guess it has to be. I remember this area sticking a bunch of people. To be fair, it's not really that obvious where this pillar is. As you can see, I had to basically guess my way through it. Oh yeah, you can cheese so much. He was like, listen here, boys, let me learn you something. That's the kind of knowledge you definitely always take. Always take. I used to be pretty good at bomb jumping. As you can see, it's been a while since I've called upon that skill. I'm gonna try the up direction first, actually. A lot of stuff this way. Nope, we need the gravity suit for that. Don't forget to inhale them after you've beaten them, otherwise they just keep, you know, reforming into something else. Sometimes something worse. That's always a good thing, though. Ah, power bombs. Oh, I thought you went down both ways. You want to be tough? How many fucking missiles, my man? At least you have the decency to give me a red X to recharge. Right, we gotta get that from the other direction. supposed to find this from the other direction. Which one of you breaks? Wait, what? I thought one of you stones collapsed. Am I just remembering that wrong? I mean, I guess obviously it's not working out that way. Ah. Thank you. Oh, the forbidden hot dog condom. I remember you. Does not like missiles in that. You seem to have lost a great deal of your stretch. You are weakening. Get me! Oh, jump ball is condensed into it as well. That's a brilliant quality of life, honestly. I completely forgot about that change. I was so totally sure that, you know, collapsed under your weight, the way many stones do. Yeah, definitely save. Right. We don't have what we need to get up there. Oh, that's good. Definitely a good sign. Just leave her alone. And just casually walk down the same door she's in. Good idea. Now everything's all husked up. see. That's going to require... Can I wall jump? Pitiful. You don't have quite the air control you do in Super, so you can't, like, indefinitely wall jump. I think there'd be another secret there. Or at least I would. Ha! Ha! Still doesn't explain. I suppose that probably counts on that screen. So you are let out from something probably... something else that might hook around. Either way, I think we're done for our first visit in this sector anyway, before we have to get herded into the next area. Hell yeah! Didn't think I was going to be able to get that with just the boots. Screw attack. I see. Definitely more here than what we're seeing. Damn right. Samus, we've got trouble. Releasing the security lock may have been a bad idea. You don't say. Giving them more access is bad? The SAX has invaded the water environment with several thousand X. With the blue hatches active, the SAX slipped in easily. The creatures and ecosystems in Sector 4 are already showing multiple irregularities. I'm currently investigating. I'll brief you in the navigation room when you arrive. Is your objective clear? Now head for Sector 4. Metroid, yes! Oh yes, we are in the Metroid mood here, Matt Belmont. Also, welcome. Good to see you. I still need to play this game. I never got around to play Fusion. But what? Oh my god, you gotta fix that. It's a good game. The SAX. An enemy with my strongest abilities, but does it have reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. My current state, I can't face it head on. The SAX is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe. Off to Sector 4 with ye! Decided since finishing Super, I was like, well, you know what? There's only 2 more games in the mainline series, technically. So why don't we just finish it off? We'll do Fusion and then Dread once we're done. Hey man, I never owned a GBA growing up. That's fair. That's fair. This sector has taken more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still, this seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out possibility that the SAX has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially the SAX. But I digress. This sector is home to a large creature the researchers called Ceres. It is capable of moving and attacking at ultra-high speed. The more senseless and widespread the destruction here may be attributable to Ceres. No doubt the SAX released it, but I can't be sure why yet. Ceres has returned often to the breeding tank here. Its natural behavior must be to go back to it periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you have been authorized to terminate it if you don't. If you don't, it may invade the other sectors. Is your objective clear? While you're moving, be careful. Some broken power nodes have electrified the water, but we can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you will be electrocuted. Conserve energy as you go. Don't worry, I'll fix that eventually. Good! I really hope you do, however you end up doing it, through NSO, other means, or, man, just buying a carton and slapping it in either some, you know, Game Boy player, a GBA, whatever. However you get it in you. Just like every game, how you play is not nearly as important as that you play, in my opinion. Yeah, data room first. Or not. Nope, definitely not. We need the diffusion missiles for those. The GBA was one of the best handheld, like, things ever made. I still play mine, frankly. Until the Switch, it was my only real way to get Doom portably in a way I like. Like, you know, I've tried mobile, and the screen controls just don't do it for me. I need the tactile buttons. So, it's GBA. It was never released on... Yeah, Doom never was officially released on PSP, but it was a while before I got into learning how to mod my PSP. And as you might have already been able to tell, portable, accessible Doom is super important to me. Plus, there's lots of other wonderful system-defining games, like the one I'm playing right now. and others like the famous Mother 3, which never got an official release over here. But I had a patched translation imported so I could play Mother 3 on my GBA. That was a case from like, no, emulation won't do. I need the original experience. Shame it never got a release, though. It is far and away one of the best games on the system. Okay, I knew there was something. There you go, you sons of bitches. Thanks to the Advanced Collection, I got to play the GBA Castlevania games when that came out. That's why I love collections like this, to make this stuff more broadly available. Save people having to put in the effort of either tracking down cartridges or, you know, sailing the 7 seas to mixed results. And the Castlevania collection, or the Advanced Collection, was really, really, really good. It corrected the only problem I had with the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, which is that in the Anniversary Collection, there's no way to play the games in a way that fills the screen in a 4:3 ratio, you know, like at least filling it top to bottom, without also using some filters that I don't care for. That's a bit of a detriment to me. But, you know, otherwise, the sheer volume of quality Castlevania games in that collection kinda outstrips that minor beef of mine. Especially since they include, like, the North American versions, the Japanese versions, in some cases the European versions, particularly in the Contra collection, but you know, we're still talking about Castlevania. Trying not to be a conversational drunk driver. There's the wall. It wasn't a false wall, it was just a busted wall. But that's the one I was thinking of from earlier. But the GBA Castlevanias, they're just, that collection was just tops. Everything was presented the way I like, nice, rich, and full. I don't have to use filters that I find, you know, distasteful if I don't want to. And hey, Dracula X Super Nintendo for some reason, if I feel like playing that. But man, let me tell you, I got the Advanced Collection on the Switch and Steam, so I could play it on my Steam Deck, and as much as I love playing Game Boy games on my original hardware, there's a There's an appreciable difference when playing a Game Boy Advance game on a screen that size, like on a Switch, versus a Game Boy Advance. Like, the sizes, oh, it's hilarious. What I'm saying is it's hard to go back to the original experience when the modern experience is actually so premium. And that's the kind of thing I love to see. Shiggy's gonna eat tonight. yeah, he's gonna get his dues from me today. Shit. I'm getting my ass reamed in. Fuck. Yeah, to this day, I'm like, this could have been in the Castlevania Anniversary Collection, Konami, when I think of Dracula X. Me too. That's like, I'm like, why the fuck isn't this there? You have literally every other 16-bit Castlevania except this one. Why? I have to figure it's maybe because the only other place they wanted to put it would have been in the PS4 exclusive collection that has Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood with those new voice dubs. I don't fuck with that. I don't like them. And, yeah, because that game was like a loose translation of Rondo of Blood. So it would have blended in there, but they didn't include it. And they didn't include it in the other 16-bit collection. So it's like, what to do with Dracula X? Too crazy for Boys Town. Too much of a boy for Crazy Town. On to the Game Boy Advance collection you go. Not every 16-bit Castlevania is in the Anniversary Collection. Rondo of Blood is a thing, but it was in the Requiem Collection with Symphony. Yeah, well, I suppose I could have addended my statement to say every conventionally available 16-bit game, because if you wanted Rondo of Blood back in the day, you had to import it. It wasn't as freely available as, you know, for a brief shining moment in history, the Wii's Virtual Console. But you're absolutely right. That is a 16-bit game. That also, I feel, should have been in that collection. But it was in the PS4 Requiem collection. But again, like I said, that version uses those new voices. I don't do that. I need my original PS1 reading, or it's not worth playing. Die, monster! Phil gets it. You don't belong in this world. It was not by my hand that I am once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute. Love it. Can't get enough of it. Will not play another version. Yeah, Belmont gets it. Of course he would with that name. I'd be disappointed. Listen, you fucking snaky bitch. Oh yeah, jump right up there. Yeah, and then you would de-invincible right there. Of course you would. Gotcha! Also, welcome, Phil. Before I get too far on the Castlevania tangents. Oh, good. Say, don't be the fucking parasite to take me out. Oh god, that... Don't let that be my fate! No! Fuck yeah. The new voiceovers they have for the Requiem collection. I should more accurately say the Dracula X collection, because that's where those voices began, but when it became reissued on the Requiem collection, blah blah blah. Anyway, that version, everybody sounds bored. Like, there's no passion one way or another. And it just kills it. I mean, yeah, the original reading is bad, but it's so bad it's incredible. Oh, hello. Jeez, just leaving missile tanks behind casually. No, no further there. Fine. Oh, 2 missiles. Haha! You can't hide from me. We've already been down that way. Let's try this way. I mean, that's just as useful, arguably more. Really is nothing? That just seems so wrong. Ow, pain. Right, that water has to drain first. There we go. I'll tell you why they're different in the Requiem collection. Oh, there's a reason? I thought it might have had something to do with rights at the weirdest speculation, but I didn't realize there was actually a known reason. That collection uses the versions of Rondo and Blood and Symphony of the Night that are unlockable in the Dracula X Chronicles on the PSP. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, the Dracula X Chronicles on the PSP set the new standard and tenor for how those 2 games would be reissued in the future. They would always use those voice tracks starting with the PSP version. I wish we could have kept the original versions. But now even, well, every version of Symphony uses that new line. I thought maybe in the Requiem Collection you'd still get, like, an option, but no. Requiem Collection is basically the Dracula X Chronicles, but on TV. Instead of on your PSP. I still had a good time with it. It was the... Well, no, it wasn't the reason. It was the second reason I bought a PSP. Because I was so curious to play the original Rondo of Blood. And that collection allowed me to do it. It did have the original without the... Well, I don't think the TG16 one... No, wait, they did have that reinserted. My bad, whatever. I got to play a version of the TG16 game, which was better than the no version I'd played before. The first reason I got my PSP was for Valkyrie Profile. Because at that time, it was cheaper for me to get a PSP and a copy of Valkyrie Profile for it than it was for me to get the game for the PS1. And I think that's actually still true. The 360 version of Symphony of the Night was available, has the original voices. 360 version of a Symphony of the Night has the original voices, and that one's available on modern Xbox systems. Really? I thought that was delisted. I mean, if I'm wrong about that, fantastic. Be cool if they put that version on Steam, so I could have an official version to support. Well, one that's in my ecosystems anyway. I have been Xbox-less since the Xbox One generation. The 360 was my last Xbox. It's been PC from then on, with absolutely no regrets. I guess maybe we could try that other blue door. I remember someone telling me back in the day that there was a different issue with the sound on Symphony for the 360, that it was like more compressed. Is there any truth to that? I obviously don't have that on my 360 for all the games that I do have. And if I'd have known that game was still listed when they were closing down the 360 marketplace, I'd have made an effort to pick it up. Shit, 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 shit! Fire back! Electricity works! Fine. Don't give me a clean runway. I got one anyway, so there. I know also the version that was released for Symphony on PS1 through PSN during the PS3 era, that has the original reads, and that I bought. That's on my PS3, and failing that, I still have my original disc. But, you know, some games you just kinda gotta have on everything, or the universe doesn't feel right, you know? I'm definitely that way with Goo. I got that one too. Oh, good, good, good. Pretty sure that and Resident Evil 2 were like my most played PSN purchases, to the surprise of nobody. They're literally my favorite PS1 games of all time, so of course they're ones I never fucking stop playing. Is that the only thing we do here? For now, I think. Well, first we use the recharge station. On the odd chance that, you know, something's like, you know what? Fuck you! Which is very wont to happen in some games. I mean, that would absolutely be the case if we were playing Samus Returns. Suddenly, Digger not. Right. We need the diffusion missiles. I already said that. But there's other things. Or not. Fine. But I ain't done exploring. Yeah, I'm gonna take the bet that we shouldn't be here yet. Let's just confer with the navigation room, because it might very well tell me to go back in the draft. Exactly. I have to have my Castlevania games, my Doom games, Final Fantasy VI, Max Payne trilogy, and every GTA game from 3 to 5 on as many platforms. Yep, 100%. We think a lot alike. Gots to have my Castlevanias, my Dooms, my Metroids. Also Final Fantasy VI, because it is obviously the best one. So Ceres has been infected by the X2. Well, as a result, you recovered another ability. At this rate, you may be able to face the SAX yet, but that's still a ways off. HQ has more support data. This time, it's missile upgrade data. You desperately need this, but the data room here is sealed with a level 4 lock, the highest level of security. Let's avoid opening sensitive areas unless it's necessary. Also, the route to the data room in Sector 2 is blocked by still more SAS activity. I note a deliberate activity pattern, as if it's blocking your recovery intentionally. Samus, it looks like your best option for now is to download in Sector 3. You will find the pyre data in the room on your map after using the navigation room there. Is your objective clear? Go, you bitch! FF6 isn't just the best FF to me, it's the best JRPG, period. Maybe a bit biased there, because FF6 was my first JRPG. I get it, man. I get it. I think the only one that might be able to stand to that is Chrono Trigger. There's just slightly more replay value there for me because there's multiple endings. But that's something else. If we're talking just single ending, one-way narrative, then oh yeah, it's 6 and nothing else. Other JRPGs are still good. Chrono Cross, outstanding. But FF6 is like the king of the mountain. With Chrono Trigger. Thankfully, the X have not invaded this area yet, but the data room here is sealed by another security hatch. In order to download, you must find the security room here and activate the level 2 hatches. This may allow the SAX and other parasites into the area. But we are left with no choice. Your recovery is the main goal. The data room is here. As I explained, security rooms can't be shown on the map. Be careful, Samus. You will see very violent organisms here. And avoid the ultra-heated areas. Your suit can't take such high temperatures yet, but we're working on it. Level 2 hatches are green. Release the lock and proceed to the data room for download. Super missile data is ready. Is your objective clear? First, activate green hatches, then go to the data room. There are no ultra-heated areas on this route, so turn back if you enter one. This part was always crazy. Yeah, with your first exposure to heat, and then having to fight like, I forget what the name of the boss is, but it's wild. Chrono Cross, Legend of Dragoon, Shadow Hearts, Code Uelka, all good games, but not FF6 good. I agree. I agree. Many of those have very special place in my hearts, but none like FF6. The Pixel Remaster was one of the best things that I broke in on my Switch OLED. Or not Switch OLED, Steam Deck OLED. It was Chrono Cross that I broke in first on my Switch OLED before I double dipped, got it on Steam for Steam Deck play. Cause I gotta have it, like we just established. This game is so good. Oh yes, there's no was about it, Brad. This game is good. Is there really nothing that way? Okay. Ha! First try. It's funny, actually, you bring up FF6, that, I've been playing through the Pixel Remaster again, doing a tandem play with one of my friends. We just got to the World of Ruin. Celeste just got off the island. Cid is dead, of course. Because that's the way we do things. You eat your poison fish. Because that scene with Celeste is great. I'm still so used to having to hold a button for the speed booster. That's not the jump button. Would help if I jumped at a better time. Also, as much as I like the new translation, I don't know if they updated it more from the... Oh, wait, they did. From the GBA version, which itself was another, you know, redux of the script. I do miss some of the, I'll just call them stupidisms of the translation on the Super Nintendo original. Like when Kefka's like, oh, son of a submariner. Like, that's not what you wanted to say. That's not what you wanted to say at all. Or later on the floating continent when you meet the Atma weapon and he's like, feeble creatures, go! It's like, go where? Go what? Did you mean to say die or something with a little bit more menace? Alright, guess we're not going that way. Fine. That is just fine. There has to be another way. Right. Right. The other way I spoke of. It's gonna be so nice when I finally have my ice missiles and I can just freeze those bitches. Shit, my health got a lot lower than I thought it did. Or was. This is not the right direction. But we're getting stuff, so it's fine. Nope, not bad. Said blow up. What fucking missiles do you need? Well, that door is obviously a good way to choose. take that. That went well, I think. Right, speed boost over here. Forgot. Close enough, maybe? Hooray! It was close enough! A shine spark that requires you to do something similar in Metroid Zero Mission is a little less forgiving, suffice to say. And we know the secret exit's just under here. Fine. Fuck you. All of you. Now, if we could just not die, that would be wonderful. This is going just a tiny bit smoother. Didn't think so, but, you know, had to be sure. Excuse me. come back like that. Right, you were the problem. And we're absolutely sure there's no way here? Well, from here. Pretty sure. Something. There's a clue. Grumblies, so they're bad. Don't get on those. Aha! I knew it was something around here. It had to be. And we don't go to Grumblies. And there we go. There we go. What are we getting here? Super missiles? There, yeah. Obviously a good sign. Definitely appreciate that there's a save point, because I sense imminent death could be very near. Depending on how this boss and I get along. Where's the other shoe? Where's the boss? He should have been all over my shit right now. There he is. Listen, robot. Things are going real good, at the start of this fight. Now, I can't seem to land a hit. Oh, come on! Well, there's a hit. 2 hits. There, that'll do for now. Good. Good. Shit. He'll be back. He will too, just not right yet. No, I don't think there's anything more on the level. Oh, look at that. Fuck yeah. That's what we get for being diligent. Ah! Damn it! Oh, hold on. Oh, I see. Okay, you're in the way. Please get out. Thank you. I gotta hit jump first and then the direction. If I hit direction first, then the somersault begins. Too low. There we go. This is inconvenient. I don't even know what that is. Not something that I can just get. Oh wait, can I bomb through that? Tony? No? No, didn't think so. Alright, fine. We'll come back to it later. Right now, I have much more pressing concerns. Like that life beep that is ceaseless. Yeah, let's die on the way to the recharge room. I mean, wouldn't that... I didn't fucking mean that as an instruction, you shit! Ooh-wee! Alright. I see that you encountered a rogue security robot. You may destroy it if you meet it again. Your safety is vital. But as to your brief, Level 2 security locks are released. So Sector 5 and 6 are open. This means those sectors have likely been infiltrated by X. They are much harder to stop than we initially suspected. Sector 5 is Sub-Zero. You're still susceptible to cold from the vaccine side effects, so you'll take damage if you even set foot inside there. Avoid Sector 5 for now, but in the meantime, HQ is working on data to adjust your suit for extreme temperatures. Once we have the transmission, you can download it, but the X have destroyed all the data rooms you have used so far. I no longer doubt their capacity for critical thought. You'll have to use the data room in the night habitat. Go to Sector 6 and access the navigation room there. Is your objective clear? Tread lightly, Samus. You are the only one who can do this, and the X may be much more dangerous than we know. They are. They absolutely are more dangerous than you know. Does Samus suspect anything? No, I do not think so. Good. Good. Monitor her closely. Affirmative. Out. See? Don't trust robots. Or people. Just don't trust. Oh, we need to go to 6. The Variosuit data is here from HQ, ready to download. Get moving to the data room. But there is a problem. X from the Sub-Zero sector are in Sector 6, and they've been changed by the cold. If you absorb one, you'll be frozen from within. This seems like a deliberate tactic. Once you download the Variosuit modification, you'll be out of danger. Just be extremely careful until then. The data room is here. Remember, avoid the blue X. Use your beam to stun them in order to get by. Is your objective clear? Be careful. They are hunting you actively now, Samus. And this area is very dark. Proceed with extreme caution. Okay, now. I see your point. Gotta wonder what all these robotic arms are for. These big robotic grabby arms. Why do you need two of them? What are you doing here? Oh! Damn! Ow. That was not the hallway to go down. I suspect I should save that hallway until I actually have the Varia, because that's a lot of cold. Handy J machines. We're gonna give these aliens an angry Handy J. Roger Smith be the first one in line. Sector 6 is the goon sector. We need our anti-gooning shield. See, now that's all I can see. That's great. Also, I like how the missiles stun them. Don't just do it with beam. Ow. Okay, no, we don't do that hallway. We want this one. Nope. That looks like death. I bet you contain one, don't you? Yep. Fuck. Get away from me. Get away from me. Fuck yeah. All right, we're going to take another run at those before we save for sure. Now that will be just super. Definitely need that with all the punishment we're going to be taking. At least until we get the Varia, then those sons of bitches are going to get absorbed. Look closer, Lenny. Oh no! Slop! Interesting. Power bombs and crumbly rocks for the same oh, right. Oh, I thought this was an SAX hallway. Oh, it is. But I'm just going to leave her be. You're supposed to leave. Can I scroll you out? Wow. I didn't realize you could do that. Yeah, usually she's chasing you through this. Won't complain. I will take every upper hand I can possibly get. There. Now you stay on that block. And don't bother me. Everybody wins. Damn, that's super missile difference. Haha! We're downloading! They must have those same data attachments that they bought from, or stole from Radio Shack in the Doom Hell on Earth novel to plug into the dude's brain to go virtual reality body surfing, or burfing, as they call it. I forget what ability this is. That's what we're gonna find out. Oh yeah, the Varia suit. Duh. It's the extreme temperature. How could I forget that so quickly? I swear, the short-term memory of an alcoholic goldfish. Now those frosty bitches are gonna be tasty treats. Right, that whole not Super Metroid air control, so I can't infinite jump. Shame. Shame. Oh, I see. Then you like fall down. Right, right. I get you. Haha! Fuck you guys. That's right. Feed me. Ha 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 ha. Shit. Alright, we'll do another lap. I want that, whatever it is. Probably missiles. Could be an E-Tank. There we go. There we go. I was gonna say, come on now, don't keep me waiting. Can't wait till we start getting the diffusion missiles. Start really fucking up some of those critters. Oh, good. Then we can get those other passageways on the way back up. Yeah, now they're fucking scared. They know. Is this Goon Prime? The first Goon Sector. The fault of everything. Yeah, now what? Oh. We needed power bombs for this anyway. Fine, we'll come back later. I bet this is an energy tank. If it feels like it is, I could be completely full of it. You're a fakie. Now give me the goddamn missile tank proper, you shit. Thank you. Twas no energy tank. But, you know, missiles are missiles. Recharge. And take an opportunistic save because it is that time. And by that time, I mean, we are out of the time that we have available to stream today, so this seems like a logical point to say we're gonna pick this up later, and this is good. Well, you know, game save. We'll be picking up right back from where we left off the next time we pick up. In the meanwhile, I want to thank y'all for sitting down and spending some time with me. I hope you had fun. I certainly do every time we do this. I mean, that's kind of why we did there. That said, I hope you all have a great weekend. It's a great Friday. The sun is out. Go get yourself some air, break out the barbecue, do all of that good stuff. In the meantime, be sure to join us Monday, where we're going to be continuing this and maybe more Legacy of Rust. Maybe we'll dip back into Quake. We'll figure it out when we get there. Good stream. Go play Killing Floor. It's on my list. I actually wishlisted it recently. And oh yeah, the Steam Summer Sale started. I should look at how much maybe it's down to. Another great stream, buddy. Well, thank you, Brad. I'm glad. I am glad for it. All right, guys. I will see you all Monday, and I hope to see you there. But until then, see you later.